Okay, recording is started. All right, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon. People are from different places. So we are going to discuss about what's happening in IT and non-IT. Mostly we people are in IT. Just I have mentioned in PPT. So what is happening in this market? So some interesting changes we are seeing. There are some changes. Many companies they are giving remote access. They are hiring remote employees, and many companies they are cutting remote employees. So last 5 years, if we see from first line, 5 years before, 10% people used to work remotely. But till now, till July 2016, 20% employees are working remotely. There has been some change. It is just for the information. Looks like this 20% is going to be maximum for 1 or 2 years. Why? Because some employers are facing some problem because of remote employees taking advantage of the situation or remote work. So they are trimming down or pulling back to previous stage or previous state of working. Like Bank of America, they pulled last year 10,000 employees back to office. Yahoo did. Many companies are doing that. So it is kind of a maximum we are seeing 20% this year. After this, looks like it will go down, but it will come back again. Because once we will have high or latest technology which can track the resources properly, then it will come back again. But we are seeing most likely it will go down, but 20% is maximum. So hiring is slowing from June 2016. We are checking this. Requirements are coming less. So this change we are seeing in industry, especially in contracting field. There is little drop, and direct hire opportunities are coming more. So that is there, and massive market and growth for IoT, Internet of Things. I think we all know about that. Internet of Things means everything in house, car, office, and stuff we keep in pocket. Those are going to be connected with the internet. So a lot of opportunities are coming in market related to that, and companies are asking for the experience. Machine learning, that is another growing area where demand is going up. Companies are asking for the experience or interest or learning for a machine side, machine learning. Machine itself has to learn from the data. We will come later on. We will see how it happens, and Rama will help in that a little bit. And VR, virtual reality, that is again one very growing field. Need have started already coming from that area. Strange thing, Toronto next startup hub is going to be there. So it's a different trend. Sometimes I feel like, wherever we are, whichever city we are living, we should be happy with that because we never know. Maybe your city might become, uh, you know, technology hub. It keeps changing. Sometimes it's San Francisco, other year, other 6 months. Every 6 months we are seeing it is changing. Cities are competing with each other, so a lot of changes are happening. Okay, so open sourcing of .NET, people who are learning or using .NET technology, C# technology, in a few months, we are hoping this .NET technology will become open source, and C# also. So just like Java, people can download and start using, so we don't have to worry about licensing. So that is coming up. And see some change. We are seeing momentum to move to smaller cities rising. Like San Francisco people, they are moving to San Jose or nearby cities in Bay Area. And the same time, we are thinking or seeing changes from bigger metropolitan cities to small cities. People have started going, and companies are moving as well because of cost of living and technology availability. And down the road, as we discussed, remote employee strength is probably going to be down, but in 1 or 2 years it will be up again because of technology changes. And but we are seeing, see, last year this Austin, Texas was second technology hub, and now it is not. It has lost the ground for second. So changes are there. Okay, so page down. How page down? I okay. Oh, some interesting fact. Somehow it didn't start it from current. Okay, so well, okay, yeah. So employers plan to hire. Hello, everybody. Are you able to hear me? Rama?
JJ. Yes,
Yes,
Vijay.
yes.
Okay. So employers plan to hire. So there is change here. See, direct hire, as I mentioned, last year it is 2015 versus 2016. Left hand side it is showing 2016. So direct hire uh, was 49%. So this year it is around 50%. So hiring, this is the level it is happening. Part time it has gone up again, but contracting side it has gone down 34% to 32%. But from May 2016, hiring is slowing, that we have mentioned. Okay, hot industries, information technology still is at top 68%. Hiring in the industry we are seeing in IT side, healthcare is 65%, still at top level but second level. Financial services 56%, manufacturing 51%, but manufacturing is going up. It used to be around 40% in 2014, and then it has been going up. So manufacturing side, there is a going up trend. Okay, hot hiring areas in IT. So cloud technology 12% hiring we are seeing in 2016. Mobile technology 11%, social marketing 11%. Providing a good user experience, that is very good area for the people who would like to jump in IT. We will come later on. User experience designers are needed badly in industry and very tough to find these people. So yeah, same thing as with cloud technology as well. Mobile technology wise, there is demand, but we are thinking in 2017 it might go down in mobile technology side. I will explain reason later on. So developing apps 9%, we are seeing here. Wellness or healthcare 9%, e-commerce 9%, financial regulation 9%, creating a digital strategy 9%, managing and interpreting big data 8%, still cybersecurity 8%. These bottom areas are very important areas, good demand in market. In fact, cybersecurity and networking, or I would say security area, is one of the top or hot area where if you have experience you will get the job. So much demand is going on. Even database side I have not mentioned here, but, because database demand is little bit going down, database administration side, because things are going in data centers. So requirement has little lower than before. Okay, so hard hiring areas in non-IT. Customer service is growing rapidly, very fast pace because of data centers business. So we are seeing this area growing. Sales 27%, IT 25%. This area should not be in this slide actually. So production side 20%, accounting finance 13%, human resources 13%, clinical 12%, business development 11%, marketing 11%, research and development 11%. So these are the non-hiring and non-IT areas. This is mistake here, information technology. It has to be deleted from here. But good demand in customer service side and production side, accounting, finance, all areas. But there is very good demand. Business development has been hard all the time. It's very tough for companies to find right people for filling business development areas or positions. So always demand in the market. Okay, so most hiring regions we have seen in West 46 versus 53 this year. So hiring is up in West, and the South side is up. Northeast hiring is going down. And there are some reasons why, because of cost of living, as we mentioned, because people have started going from high cost living areas to lower cost side. So Northeast, it is that in New York, New Jersey, Minnesota, and that all region. So it has gone down. Midwest is constant, not much change hiring wise. So that's the okay. 10 metros exceeding national growth trends the most. So we are seeing Dallas, Texas is at top where growth is high in IT area especially. So this slide is especially for IT. I forgot to mention. So Dallas is at top, and San Jose second position, Los Angeles third position, Seattle is fourth position, Miami, Florida fifth position, Atlanta sixth position, and Orlando, Florida at seventh position. Well, it has gone up. Last year it was at 9 or 10, I forgot. So eighth position, San Francisco, Riverside, California, ninth position, Charlotte, North Carolina is 10th position. So there is change in market. Okay, so language ranks. Now IT side, which language is coming on which rank and what is the change. So there is a TOB index. We all can go anytime and Google and search. TOB gives ranking every month. In the beginning of the month, I think between 5 and 10 they give that ranking. So we can see that comparison between 2015, July 2015 and July 2016. Programming language, Java is at top rating wise, and it's still plus. So that means demand is going up. And TOB works on the basis of number of developers or technology users. That's what they compare with. So they don't call them, they don't check with them whether what technology you are interested in, which technology you are using. So they don't do that analysis. Instead of that, they just check what percentage, just number of developers. They check in industry, complete that database they are having. So that's the index, and there are few other companies which give their different information. I think there is Skill Up is there. One more company, couple of companies, they keep providing data information based on different parameters. But as per TOB, which is quite popular, we can see Java at first place and then C language at second place, but it's a 3.91% drop, so it's not worth, right? And C++ again it's going down, but still it is at third position. And then Python is on fourth position. Last year it was on fifth position, so changes there, it's going up. So Python is old language, but demand is high now, and especially combination of C++ and Python is very much needed in industry, IT industry, and Python plus Java combination is hot as well. So if somebody has this combination, that means job is sure in short term. And then C sharp, we are seeing a little change, it is going down. PHP has gone up, little change there, but it is old and a small company thing, not big corporations. Big companies are not using this. So even if we are having this index, you can check through internet, but some additional information we have as a recruitment agency. So PHP side, we can find the sources, but rates will not be good, or salary will not be very, very good. Okay, so that's why I was saying, even if it has shown upward a movement, but it's still salary wise or rate wise not much difference. JavaScript, it is showing seventh position, but some other analysis they show at top position with Java. So it varies. JavaScript is in good demand, but what is happening, some frameworks are coming up on the basis of JavaScript, so that's why it is coming on this position. We will come back later and see those frameworks as well. So Visual Basic .NET 8th position, Perl 9th position. See, it has gone up, and Perl is high paying job. That's different, even if that position is at ninth level, but paying wise it is good. So anybody has any question, definitely can ask anytime. So assembly language, see, still it is having position, but demand rate or salary is not very good for those people. Ruby, it used to be very popular before, 3 years before, Ruby and Ruby on Rail, but it went down, and then we are seeing little upward movement for a Ruby language. Delphi, Pascal is again language on 12th position, so it is going up. Visual Basic, it is going down, and 14th position Swift language, it is coming. So we have to understand, we will see a little later about Swift language. Even if it is on 14th position, last year it was on 16th position, and last year in beginning it was on 42nd position. So we have to see that big jump from 42nd to 14th position currently, and Swift is Apple language. So there is a big potential here. Okay, let's move for next slide. Languages versus company size. Here we are seeing people who have joined through audio only. So just we have to know, you all can know this. Well, some tools and technologies are being used only by small companies, or majorly by micro companies and small companies, and some technology and tools are used by big corporations. Like for example, SQL language, this is being used very less by micro companies. Micro level company means 1 to 2 or 3 employee companies. And R is a new language that is also being used by micro companies, and big companies are using as well. So here that red sign we are seeing, that is being seen by big corporations, large corporations. So large corporations are using SQL language, or R language also being used. But I was little, at mistake. So PHP language we are seeing at the bottom. Yeah, PHP language that is actually being used by micro and small companies more. So through this chart, if we see middle of the place, we have to see as per recruiting company perspective, or our analysis perspective, right hand side definitely is the place where we have to see where trend is going. But at the same time, that large and medium combination has to be more than, middle, more than 50%. Then we will see which language is worth learning and proceeding for. So for example, in this, SQL is pretty good, but SQL means what? SQL, right? So simple knowing SQL will not get us job. So we need to be expert in SQL server related programming. So R is different language, that is pretty good. Scala is hot, but it is not at middle level yet. So the demand is going up fast though. Java we are seeing, but Java is at top. We have seen in previous slide, but we have to understand Java is not just simple Java. For getting Java, we need to have many other technologies in your pocket. Means you should know many other technologies like Swing, Hibernate, um, angular.js, node.js, and or Python. So the combination has to be there for Java language. So still it is showing, it is in good demand. If we have already experience, then for those people, yes, Java is very very good. But for the people who are coming in the market and trying to jump in IT, for them, as per recruiting company, we don't see until unless we have some manipulations and those things in the resumes and show, which is not considered good. So I will come back for that. What people who are coming in IT, when they are going to be, they are entering, or they are willing to come in IT first time, then they should not target Java. So I will explain a little later. So Java and .NET technology, because it does not simply need C Sharp or Java. It needs lot or many other technology. That's why it gets tough. Okay, so Python is there, good language. So we are seeing Python is used by big corporations, large, medium, and a small, micro level. Also, companies are using. So very good tool. Everybody is having good demand. And then Go is definitely new language, which is becoming very hot. And 2016, we are seeing it is going to be very very popular. Maybe it might exceed Swift language also. Okay, so we will come back with this language. Go. C++ side, we are seeing demand in big corporations and small medium, but small companies do not use this. So just all right. So I will just 1 second. I will hold. So maybe I will just audio only. All right. Okay. So I think I will send this PPT to everybody so that you can understand. But this PPT is made just to show the comparison, company size versus language. What kind of company size? Large companies are using which language more? Small companies are using which language more? So just in brief, micro level companies are using HTML, PHP, Ruby, Swift, Objective C. Still we are not showing here, and Android programming. and as a JavaScript, of course. But large corporations are majorly using Java, Python, Go, C++, means big corporation created languages they are using more. So we can understand in that way, big corporation created languages are being used by large corporations more, and languages which are created by small companies or openly available or freely available to use, those are being used by small companies and macro level. So in nutshell.
Vinay ji, a question.
Okay.
Just like you said, Java goes with other technologies, Javas and C Sharp, right?
Okay.
So similarly, does R go with other technologies as well?
No, R does go with other technology, that is true, but R goes with JavaScript and a few languages, but it is not as complex like Java and related technologies. So that's the easier path to go with. And same with Go, and same with Swift. Like Swift language, it goes with the Objective C together, but not much. So for beginners or people who are willing to come in IT, for them Swift and Objective C combination is best for Apple side.
So,
And
Sarkar,
yeah.
I have a question, Sarkar. So this R, right?
Uh-huh.
R, where did you say it is used?
Well, you might be knowing better about that. Our
Yeah.
language is a separate
Yes.
language,
So,
right? So I think data analysis side and background side. If you have any idea, you can explain because
yeah.
you are more
So
in tech savvy. In the
yes. So,
staffing company perspective, I can tell that information I can give.
so in situations where you need to use a lot of mathematical computations that involves, statistical formulas or, matrices, multiplication, and it's very useful because the packages are very simple to use. They're mostly like one or two lines.
Okay.
Think about multiplying two matrices in like Java. What a headache that would be, right? So
Right.
R has simplified it, and then it's a matter of two or three lines.
Okay. Okay.
So because of that, R is heavily used in machine learning.
So
All
is
right. So
R
that's why
open
it is
source?
getting popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is,
And
is R language open source?
yes, it is an open source. So there is something called R Development Studio. It's called R Studio. So if you actually install R Studio, or in fact even you can install Eclipse and then install a plugin for R. So you can start using R right away.
Okay. So see, so that means R doesn't need many associated languages and tools and technologies. So those areas are easy to grab and become professional or expert and jump into an IT. So if we have, data processing kind of mind and interest, then it makes sense to go in our side, right? And if we are willing to go in mobile application development side, then Swift and Objective C combination. Anyway, Swift is replacing Objective C, so Swift itself is good enough to jump in IT, and it's good paying also. Only thing is we have to have just few apps, and I will explain little later how we have to use these tools and technology to come and join an IT, come in IT. Okay, any more questions, Rahij?
I'm good.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so high paying languages. Okay, that so here we are seeing a bash, a scripter. There is a very good demand. So this is one thing. If somebody is very good at it, then jobs are there, and money is good. Okay, so Paul
So,
Monks,
so you're
that's
telling
another.
the shell
Yeah.
script? Are you saying that it's shell script?
Yeah, bash, right? That Linux
Yeah,
and
Bash shell script.
Unix side we use that,
Yeah, so
right?
it says you're saying that's had a lot of demand.
There is good demand, very good demand. People who are expert in bash script writing, they have very good demand.
Yeah, but it's a narrow
So,
domain, right?
Vijayji, you mean that Bash is a Unix scripting language you are talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
right, right.
But that doesn't go along. Means it should be with other scripting language, right?
Well, we have to write a script for different purposes for creating auto jobs, cron jobs, and those things, right? So maybe Rama might be knowing a little better because he is expert in Linux and Unix. What do you think, Rama? Where else we
Yeah.
can use Bash?
Yeah. So I think I don't know about whether it's high paying. Essentially, system administrators on Unix and Linux. So on Unix and Linux, they use a lot of Bash scripting. But but it has a limitation on how far you can stretch your Bash scripts. And one thing that's really good about it is very portable. It's like it runs in this and then bang, it runs on every Linux, that kind of stuff. However, in the last 4 or 5 years, so one reason why Vijay says it may still be high paying is there's a lot of cloud automation going on. I mean, automation, a lot of your administrative tasks moving on to the cloud, and in cloud, that is the predominant low-end benchmarking tool. So what that means is, whether you have any tool or not, this Bash script is the default choice. Now, in the last few years, tools like Chef and Puppet, I mean, they came like more than 10 years back. So pretty much Chef and Puppet are the tools that are being heavily used, replacing Bash scripts. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard about Ansible. Ansible is actually pretty much replacing all these shell scripts. Now, the way Ansible works, right? So, imagine you have a shell script that where you log on to like 20 different machines and then install some packages, okay, and configure some stuff. Now, if you want to do that with your Bash script, you follow this algorithmic approach, which is like, you know what, you have function to SSH onto that and become a sudo and then do all that stuff, which is functional algorithmic approach. Now, what Ansible has done is it has kind of simplified a lot of stuff. Like, for example, what you can do is you can you tell Ansible what to do, not how to do it. Okay. So what you do is log in to this machine and then install this sudo apt-get. So you just tell install Java. How it does it, it's up to it. If you figure out how to do that, you don't have to tell it. Okay. And then you say copy these files into this directory, and then you don't tell how you are doing it, because otherwise, and the equivalent in shell script, you would specifically say SCP and then you give your username, password, things like that. So Ansible is in high demand. So if you are actually Bash scripter, you should quickly migrate to Ansible. Ansible is now has been acquired by Rackspace. You know, Rackspace is one of the leading cloud solutions company, and they took over Ansible. And Ansible is free, and it's a very it's easy to learn, and all you need to do is about configuration. Configuration is in YAML files, and then there's something called playbook. Playbook is the mechanism that is used to actually run the Ansible scripts. So Ansible scripts are all in YAML. YAML is simply a text kind of a file. It has got its some clunky syntax, but otherwise, I would say Ansible will take over this Bash scripts.
It is growing, yeah, it is growing.
Yeah, it's not there yet to the point where I mean, for those people transitioning, it should be pretty easy.
Right. So, so the same way Perl developers, Perl language itself, it is not growing much in the ranking level, but still it is hyping because it is complex. I don't think it is very simple to use because for calculations and financial side, probably it is used more. I think so. So because of that, it has good demand. Okay, Paul monks, uh, meaning of monks, right? I don't know, Rama, you know, but I went through that. Pearl monks means Pearl users. So Pearl developers are called Pearl monks. It's an interesting term I got, but it's one of the high-paying language. Scala linked with Java. I mean, it is almost. I think it works with Java. It has similar syntax. Some changes are there, but it's more easier than Java, and it has got additional functionality and features available. So it is getting popular because of its usage in a big data field and cloud field, I think. So and the Go language, it is picking up very fast. As I said, this year in 2016, Go and Swift languages, both of them from big corporations, they are taking off. So definitely we need to concentrate on that side. Go is from Google side, Swift is from Apple side, and Python, it is redefining, so salaries are going up. That means like it used to be low in demand. It's pretty old language, but now somehow it is catching up again. So its demand is also going up. So as I mentioned before, Python and Java combination, Python and C++ combination is very popular and good demand in market, hard to find people. A few small scripts writing that experience is required for Python development area, but I don't think that takes much time. So that is also one area. If people are willing to go for mobile application side, then they should definitely go for Swift or Android. That's what we recommend. And if they are willing to go for data processing and those areas, then Go, Scala, Perl, these areas. And otherwise, for middleware side, then Python should be good language to go with. Python C++, Python Java. All right, so web development frameworks. These frameworks are very popular, high in demand in market, very tough to find people. So angular.js, it works with Java, C++, Java with the .NET, and with other technologies also. But in demand, we are seeing in market Java and angular.js and .NET and angular.js. That combination we are seeing good demand in market. And react.js, I forgot to put, I think it's JA, mistakenly it is put here, it's JS. So that's another framework coming from Facebook. I think it is coming from Facebook. So Facebook started this framework. Again, these are based on JavaScript language. Sorry, JavaScript based on JavaScript. So Angular.js, React.js, and Node.js, all three of these frameworks are very popular, very good in demand, but we need to have additional language like Java. If we know Java, then it's not tough to learn Angular.js and JavaScript. In fact, JavaScript we don't have to expert in. Just if we know Java, Angular.js, HTML, CSS, and a few little, a few more technology, that's it. So we should be good to go for even for beginners also they can jump. But for the people who are already developers like .NET developer or Java developers, they definitely have to learn angular.js, react.js, node.js. These technology do not take much time, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks time, that's it. But very good to have in the resume because there is demand in the market. And if combination is there, they are looking for it. So Docker is another one. It is become very popular in big data and data processing field. Containerization, we will, even I got to know just a couple of months before about that, and then Rama also gave presentation last time. So Docker is getting very, very popular, good demand in market. In IT, we have been seeing, clients are asking for it. Android, definitely, it is also framework, and Bootstrap is one more. And Rama knows more about this. He has, I think, explained in one of the sessions. And this is a new framework coming up, Vue.js. So that even I don't know much, but 2, 3 clients from California side, they are asking, and we are seeing growing demand for this. It is just for making interactive interfaces using JavaScript. So it's a different framework, but it is going up. There is demand is growing. So we are seeing, see, first came Node.js, after this Angular.js came in market. Now we are seeing React.js, and then Vue.js is coming up. And just for the information, many companies are changing their frameworks. Even ASP.NET and other framework they were using, they were migrating their stuff to Angular.js, and similarly Node.js. And many companies which are thinking, okay, whether to go for Angular.js or to React.js. So now competition is between these frameworks. So companies have to decide whether to go for angular.js or react.js. So it is catching up. So it is just for the information. And again, these are not big frameworks. I think it will take just 1 week, maybe 2 weeks time. That's it. So learning cycle is not long, but it's very, very good to have for the resume to get job fast and easy. So containerization is picking up among developers. So this is a new term came in industry. I don't know. I don't think it has been long enough, and Docker is supporting that. Rama, if you can highlight and give some information about that, then that will be great, man.
On containerization?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think last couple of weeks back we had a session on containers. So we talked about how there's some heavy disruption that's happening to the virtual machine. So if you think that the virtual machine has been there since 10 years, now even the virtual machine is kind of getting disrupted. So what that means is you have data centers where most of your hardware resources, if you think about CPU or the RAM storage, they are getting virtualized and then encapsulated in a virtual machine. So virtual machine is pretty heavy in the sense because it has got its own operating system. However, now recently what's happening is the Linux operating system itself has come up with its own modules to provide localized virtualization. So virtualization in terms of like control groups and namespaces. So with that, containers came into being. So let's say containers is actually a poor man's version of a virtual machine, and it provides everything that a VM provides. So what VM provides is complete isolation. So a container provides almost, not fully, almost as good of a isolation like a virtual machine. However, and it's extremely lightweight. So with the lightweightness is actually causing heavy damage to virtual machine. So essentially, on a single machine, you can launch hundreds of containers, all independent of each other, and you can actually assign IP address to the container. And very lightweight. So Docker is became popular last 2 years, and there's so much of innovation happening. And then there are tools coming up called Kubernetes, which actually an orchestration engine for Dockers containers. So this huge amount of disruption that's happening on the infrastructure as a service side. So I mean, you guys should go depth and seeing what is happening. Now, why that's important is because the industry wants everything cheaper, faster, and more flexible, more agile. So when you think of the cheaper side, so what virtual machine has done to hardwares, containers is doing the same thing to virtual machine. So pretty soon it's about containers. So one good thing about containers is that once a container works on your machine, you just push it to GitHub, and it straight away goes to production, and it's guaranteed to work. So, I mean, previously you had your own configuration that you test on your test machine, and then you do it on your development machine, and then you put it to something before to production, and then finally it goes to production. Now, containers have kind of simplified all these things so easy. All you need to do is test it, and then that's it, push it to GitHub, and then your customer will pick it up from there, and it's guaranteed to work. And it's extremely lightweight, runs fast. So there's huge amount of stuff that's going on in containerization. So when you hear about containerization, you normally hear about Dockers. So yeah, I mean, last week we had almost a 2-hour session a couple of weeks back on Dockers, and it is very interesting. You guys should keep yourself updated on that.
So maybe I can give one example just for a better understanding. For example, we have our software products. So what we did in GoDaddy, we took private machine first, and we used to use that for our product deployment, and so that users could come and then access our product. Then later on we took virtual machine, so that was shared virtual machine. That means in one machine multiple virtual machines. So one of the virtual machine we shared, right? One virtual machine was given to us. And then we have moved to Azure, Microsoft Azure. So there we have got one server. Inside the server, multiple virtual machines we have. So like Rama is explaining, so virtual machines we have used now. We discussed with Microsoft, okay, how about if I have application and I don't want to have private server or virtual server, do you have any other facility? Then they said, well, it's very, very simple. You need to hire Azure developer, and they can develop the application like .NET. Our application is written in .NET, so they can compile the code, and through that Azure development script, they can push to the Azure cloud. And they were mentioning it is our Azure cloud. They can put your stuff anywhere. I don't know whether it goes through containerization or not, but they were mentioning it's pretty cheap, just I think $8 or $10 or $12 per month basis. So you can develop your application and push to the Azure cloud, and everything is bundled at one place. And one place means like our product is having .NET code, associated libraries, SQL Server database file. So we can deploy that complete set in the Azure, not in a virtual server, not in private server, just in Azure cloud. And what they were mentioning, the data might be assigned to different database server, and your application code might be sitting other place. So I don't know how it works, but it's hidden. Nobody can touch that. Still, it is protected and secured. I don't know whether it is through containerization or different concept, Rama. Do you have
What is
any
that?
idea how it is possible?
Where in Amazon, in Microsoft Azure?
Azure, yeah, Azure. As I
Yeah, so
said, it's not virtual server, it's not private server. We can, through Azure development tool, through script, we can compile, build, and just deploy to the Azure cloud.
yeah, so they don't have they have containers, but it's not same as Dockers. So they came up with so Microsoft Azure. They also actually service Linux customers, not just
Right.
Windows. So and in fact, a guy from Microsoft was telling that actually 60% of Azure is actually on Linux.
Oh, okay.
Now, Docker is an open source, so I don't know if Microsoft is using the same thing or something else. But I know that they have a Windows equivalent of Azure. I think it's called Azure Container Engine or something like that.
I think Azure Container probably. Yeah, I think
So
so.
they have it.
Yeah. So that's then a lightweight. That's why they could give a cheap price, right? $10 or $12 per month basis they will charge. If application is not huge and big, then definitely that can be utilized with a cheaper price. Okay, sounds good. So I think we can come back a little later. So how to enter in IT? That is the slide we have for the people who would like to come in IT. Okay, so for those people, I think some people are fresh graduates and they would like to jump, and they are seeing, they are trying how to get in IT, because getting job is not easy, because everybody looking for experience. Nobody is willing to train the resources for a couple of months and then they disappear. That's the constraint or challenge companies are having once they get the experience, and then they go away, right? So that is that is there. And also in staffing or IT industry, projects keep changing. Sometimes they need 20 people, and then later on, after 6 months, oh, we don't need 18, just two for support are sufficient. So that kind of market we are having. So many constraints are there. So that's why for fresh graduates it gets tough little to get the job. Okay, so at the same time, my personal thing is, my philosophy is, negative has positive. There are some positives of negative. So get advantage of fast change in IT. Okay, so it's good. Technology keep changing every 6 months, every 3 months. New things keep coming in market, and our senior developers and professionals, they get scared how to keep track of these technologies and keep learning all the time. But for fresh graduates, this is the best thing, right? Because we know these senior professionals, they are not good at catching latest and good technology, right? Definitely, people who are having more than 10 years of experience, they are not like Rama. Rama keeps pace with all the technology. He keeps going meetups and keep learning those all things, but not many people. Once you have 10 years experience, that's it. You learn Java, is a Java, I know, that's it. So you do not keep change, you don't change with the technology fast enough. So fresh graduates, that's the time for them. That is advantage for them, because they have to just know about hard skills. and hard technologies which is coming up. Learn that, become expert, jump in market. You will get job better or before any other senior person. Okay, so this is the thing. And we have already discussed, what technology and skills are hot in market right now. So what we can do every 2 months or 3 months, we can have this kind of session. So in that way, fresh graduates and even experienced professionals, they can get information which technology is hot and good demand, right? So there is definitely challenge for fresh graduates and people who are entering in IT. But at the same time, they have advantage because they have to just create their base, software engineering, data structure, and a few things like SDLC, software development life cycle. Well, that is also not very popular now. Part of that people use. So few things we have to have, create that base and learn latest and hot technology. And we have to again remember the latest technologies are easier than previous technologies. Again, so you are fresh, that means it is easy for you to go in that field and become expert and just give passion to that technology, learn well, and if you can get certification, then get certification and enter. You will get job fast, believe me. Okay, so get training and practice through volunteer projects.
Yeah. So Vijay, let me say something here.
Okay.
So the very prominent businessman, he made a statement like this. He said, "Gone is the era where you study, you go to university, and your education is done. Now, the way the whole economy is changing is you learn through rest of your life. So education never stops.
Right.
I'm talking about people who are in profession. You learn based on your experience, but what he is specifically saying is that you have to constantly retrain yourself, not for a couple of years, for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you'll be slowly eased out. It's like somebody pulling the carpet under your feet.
Right.
Nobody is trying to box you out. It's just that you suddenly will feel, okay, I'm not in a boat anymore. I'm just in water. So it's important, right? Even for those who are well settled in a really cushy job, it's like what's happening in the outside world. I mean, if you don't know, right? Somebody's always trying to invent something to disrupt the way we do things right now, right? I mean, think about Sony, which was at one point the monarch in television sets, and suddenly Samsung pretty much pushed it aside, and now even Samsung wants to stop making televisions because they realize there are so many other guys who wants to eat away its market share, so they are slowly moving out of making television sets. I mean, you still see Samsung, Sony TV sets, but they are kind of outsourced it, and they're not getting as much margins as they used to get before. So in software, so what would happen is that even though the economy may be hot, still people will not find jobs because it's like there's consolidation happening at a very high level. The gap between the rich and the poor, it's increasing. So which means in the middle there's a lot of vacuum. So one of the technologies that's coming up, automation, right? You think about Amazon. Amazon killed so many system administrators. Gone. I mean, 10 years back when I had an issue with my Windows machine or a Linux machine, some guy used to come to my desk and then fix it for me. Now no more. You're on your own. And even still, I work for HP. We have no IT help at all. Pretty much, it's gone. You have to do it, figure things out by yourself. Or if you still cannot, then your boss will tell you go to Amazon, AWS, and then get everything whatever you want. So, and the same thing is happening to database administrators and then all those IT related staff positions that are primarily facilitators, right? And where are they gone? I mean, those jobs are not going to come back, right? And now machine learning is picking up. Machine learning, I mean, recently, is Mohandas Pai. So Mohandas Pai was, I think, CFO of Infosys before. Now he's doing something else. He was telling that in India, people in the middle level, 50% of them will lose their jobs in 10 years doing automation. So he was giving some figures. People who make from 30 to 60 lakhs per annum, those jobs will simply vanish. Now that is happening because, and he gave a reason: machine learning, automation. Machine learning, automation. These things will throw a lot of people out of jobs. That's happening. Now, one good thing what I know that, and we're all Desis, we're Indians, not many white people are actually showing interest in learning these new skills. So that may be good for us, because a lot of Desis are in IT field. So, but again, there's a younger generation that's coming up, and the barrier to entry, right, has actually come down. So what that means is, before you had to be, expert in so many things to get in. Now the entry barrier has come down, so which means tools are getting simpler, right? Python, now a lot of stuff is going in Python. Python is much easier to learn than Java. So companies may choose to, move Java, Python side, and then if at all a skill is needed, engineers will pick it up later. But the thing is, the barrier to entry has come down, and experience is not valid that much as before. I mean, if you say I have 20 years of experience, they'll throw you out. Literally, nobody will care. I mean, in the past, I've seen jobs say, we want 15 years of experience or 20 years. No, absolutely nothing. It's 7, 10 max. That's it. Nobody wants a guy who is more experienced than 10 years. But why is that? Because I think 10 is the max. You pretty much know everything. What is needed currently, right? So this is something that you guys should realize, how the dynamics of the economy and this hiring, everything is changing so fast. Yeah, you can take over.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, thanks, Rama. Yeah, that is true. In fact, I can tell you some of our clients, they specifically mention we don't need senior people. They just put 5 to 7 years. That's it. If we send more senior resources, very good resource, they decline. They say they cannot give in writing, but they come back and they say we need resource between 5 to 7 or 8 years. That's it. So you are right, that we are seeing, because they say because of their experiences actually, because senior means they need senior kind of value, and that you have to include in judgments and decisions and those all things. So those all things come and play, and that's why work less, but other things are more. So because of that, okay. So do not so for freshers. So get training and practice through volunteer projects. Okay, so first you have to decide about your interest, which area you want to go, right? And then select and do research which technology is hot in that area. Select that, get training, and then practice through volunteer projects. So don't think about money in starting. That's what I suggest. Just take, involve in non-profit organization or any other company in any way. If you get something, that's great. If you don't get, that is also great. Just get the projects and do it. So practice. So select, decide your interested area, select and do research and find hot and good demand technology for that area, get training, practice through volunteer projects, and do not think about money much in beginning, because you need, if you keep thinking, okay, I can wait for 2-3 months, if I get job that will be great, but why to sit? Let's do the project, right away. Why to wait? Okay, after 2-3 months or 4 months you get job, you are losing this money, but same time you are earning by experience. You are earning that experience, so you can add, or that experience will pay you. That money you will get in the return later on. So get ready. Then once it is done, then get ready with impressive resume. So resume you need to make really good. It should look nice. And in industry, that is whatever area you have chosen and you have got experience or practice for, put those skills, highlight those nicely, and mention what you did. Maybe get it checked by somebody. So, and then once your resume is ready, then create good network of people. Throw your resume, okay, this uncle, that uncle, and friend, or whatever, all places, and have list of job boards. There are thousands of job boards available all over USA. Pick best ones, but generally Dice, Master, Career Builder, these places it will be hard to find job. You can still find, but it's tough to find job. But one thing I can tell you, 75% jobs are hidden jobs. They do not come in market. They are filled always through contacts, relations, referrals. 75%. So it's a big number. So we play with job boards 25%, around 20 to 25%. Okay, so yeah, LinkedIn definitely helps in that. So give your resume to maximum number of recruiters for direct hire options. So if you are looking, oh, I don't need contracting jobs, I just want, good corporation, direct job I need, then just give your resume to many recruiters, because through contacts and referrals, and as I mentioned, only 25% jobs are available on job boards, right? So try to find job with micro or a small company if possible. Okay, it is very good point actually. So generally when we come out of college, we think, oh, let me go to Accenture, let me go to IBM, let me go to IBM and HP and big corporations we think about. But in reality, if you want to really learn, go for micro or small company first, because that's where you will get good experience. You will design the project or module, you will code it, you will test it, you will deploy it, you will play with server, you will play with database, you will do everything. So you will learn everything. If you have learned everything, then just take additional certification, or do some learning for architecture level. Go as an architect. Since you have already learned, so there is nothing harm in showing you have designed, right? So this is one area for the people who are entering in the field. Instead of going for big corporations, go for small. That's my personal recommendation. So if professional help is needed, then choose a staffing company to help. So that's last line I have put. Now still there is confusion, and still you need, okay, no, I need help of any company. Maybe I will concentrate on learning, taking training, practice, but same time somebody else has to work for finding job. Then choose a staffing company or a recruiting company, and then take help and jump. Okay, that's it. That's what it is. I think it's a question and answer session now. So if you have any question, please go ahead and ask. So there is no question. 31 people. Yeah.
So, if there's no question, I'm going to ask some questions to the audience.
Okay.
I think sometimes we need to wake people up. So, has any one of you used Coursera?
I think our fresh people, Rangnath,
Maybe
you
you guys have
control.
done.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Somebody.
yes, I use that.
Okay, I
What?
have given control. Maybe some people are not able to ask or do something or what? Let me check.
You should be able to talk. If you cannot talk for any reason, put it on the notice board, on the message board.
Meeting.
Yes, I use it.
You can talk, right?
Anyone, no restriction, presenter only. Everyone can look at content of their own. Everyone. Okay. All right.
So, anybody, have any of you joined Coursera sessions?
Yeah, hello sir, this is Kapil Wankere. Yeah, I'm doing some courses. Like I finished some courses on Coursera.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's nice. So, one of the things that I was talking about is there's plenty of self-learning stuff that's out there in the world. So, never an excuse to learn. I mean, it was not the case 20 years back. The only way to get educated was go to school, college, and things like so. But now, there's so much of information. Coursera, I mean, they are free. It's all your initiative.
So, Kapil, what kind of course you have done?
Hello sir.
Yes.
R language sir. R language.
R language you have already done?
Yeah, and I'm doing SAS language. Like I'm doing SAS from they have some private coaching, something like that. So I'm doing that SAS certification from private coaching. But I did my like R language from Coursera.
Okay, okay.
So SAS is a very popular tool for, I think, analytics and then learning stuff. So what do you use that for, SAS, if you don't mind telling me?
Like I'm doing my master's in finance, no. So some of my friends suggested me to do SAS certification. So I'm doing base and advanced SAS in finance.
So what is the tool that they use? That SAS, right? Is it like
Yeah.
MATLAB?
It's like sir, advanced Excel type. Like they have more about statistical.
Yeah, they got some macros and things like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about it, but I'm just curious to know.
Sir, just now I finished my base certification. So yeah, like it's 1 line or 2 line code, and it will give us graphs and statistical results.
Yeah, I got it. Yes.
So, Kapil, you are looking for the job now?
Sir, yeah, just now I finished my internship, so I have 1 more year to finish,
Okay.
the second year, and then yeah, definitely I'll be needing job.
Great, great.
Thank you. Sir, I'm thinking of like after finishing this SAS, so I'm thinking of doing Python also. One of my friends suggested Python also. So
You know what?
yeah,
Once you learn get your SAS certification, right? Maybe you have to give us a presentation on what you learned, and then something you can share with us. Because I'm curious to know what the SAS does.
yeah, sir, definitely I will do that. Yeah, I will definitely. Like I will finish it in another 1 month, and then maybe on next call I will discuss these things. I will let you know.
Okay, great. Okay, sounds good. Jitendra, I think, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay, Jitendra, what do you think? Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was very good and it was a great presentation too. I mean, in the one go we can get the all updates in the market, and especially from you and Sir Rama sir, because you guys know the depth of the market and what's going on and what is trending. Adding to your point, Angular.js and Node.js is very boom in the market in the automation testing as well. So there are a couple of, actually test automation architect in the Bedbath Beyond. I
Okay.
was actually, last month I resigned, and currently working on my self project. I'm thinking on some iOS app and Android app. So regarding the test automation, there are a couple of tools are coming in the market and they are very boom in the market. That's completely based on the APM. Another one is a protector. So APM and protector plus your Selenium plus Java or Python. So that combination literally kills the QA automation positions, and it's very trending, and it's like they're very high paid also, like 100 to 120, 140K. Generally company goes, generally company goes for like full-time positions. They don't hire a contractor because this is kind of a long-term kind of positions they want. They don't want any like dependency on the resources, so they just want to put the guy in the full time. Even Twitter, Facebook, Google, they are using these tools. Protector is API that's developed from the one of the Google lady itself. So Google
Okay.
is also always enhancing their test automation by implementing some API and some framework. So yeah, that's nice. I mean, this is the one point that I wanted to put
Okay.
over here. But that's a great, great presentation, and thanks for scheduling this call and inviting us.
Yeah, thank you, Jitendra. And Kapil, anything else? Anybody else wants to ask any question or any suggestion?
Vijay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Prashant calling. I'm from India.
Okay, Prashant.
At the outset, thanks for this initiative.
Thank you. So
actually, I joined a bit late.
Okay. No problem.
What I wish to... Hello?
Yes, we are hearing, Prashant.
I am from Nagpur, India.
Okay.
And here we are running one small college.
Okay.
Where we are imparting degree education to students from a rural area and from economically poor background.
Okay.
We are offering this BCom computer application degree.
Great.
So what kind of IT courses that we should teach to our students that would fetch them better jobs in market? I mean, this might be a very, very basic question or out of the context question, but can you help?
Well, so this is like a bachelor degree in computers, you mean?
Yeah, it's a commerce with computer application. It's a degree.
Okay.
BCom computer application. I mean, in addition to the traditional commerce concept, we are also teaching them some concepts related to IT.
Yeah. So see, as per me, what we are seeing in industry, others can support and give their information. Software engineering, data structure, that is required right?
Okay.
And database concepts, and then one of the language. So one of the language means I would say Java we should pick, because it's open source. Just teach them Java language. I think that's what I would say. And on top of that Java, once they learn Java, they will know that logic. Their mind will develop logically to write the programs, right? And once you can add other flavors, whatever technology is coming up in the market, we are seeing Java still at a top place. Even if in job market we need more skills than Java, right? But we do need additional skills. So for creating base for the students, yes, definitely data structure, software engineering, database concepts, and then Java a language. That's what I would recommend.
Okay. And one more question, like, since ours is a small college, and then since we are in Nagpur, then it becomes sometimes it becomes difficult, to go for trainer. It is hard to find the trainer. Second, then it is costly.
Right.
So you guys were talking about Coursera.
Mm-hmm.
So can Java be learned through Coursera?
Rama?
Yeah. So if you look at Coursera, right? If you, I think what I would say is every one of you should create an account and then log into Coursera and see what they offer. In fact, you don't have to. It's not about IT. They also talk about finance, right? World banking,
Yes.
economics, and in software they have courses from Java, Python, just about anything. So what you can do is, okay, so one easy and very cheap thing you can do is look at Coursera, pick up a course that you want to teach, print out a syllabus and tell them that on this particular day we're going to teach this course, and then you just connect your laptop to your TV and put your students in and then let them follow through the course. And then repeat the same for other set of students. You don't have to tell that much. And then they have got assignments. They expect you to do the assignments and then follow it up. Print out the assignment, just distribute them, and then you correct it. So, since the good thing is a lot of people don't know about Coursera, and you charge them. It's like this, right? You're giving them something, even if it is free, right? Okay, giving them a lot of value, so you should be able to charge them, even though you're giving them a free course. Okay, because if they don't know it, and they will not. So information has got value, and you should be able to monetize that. So in Coursera, the course, there are actually half a dozen courses on Python, half a dozen on Java, and big data. And R. You can actually learn R language. You can learn machine language. And if you don't like all that, you can learn international finance, world history. So and not only this Coursera, if you're not Coursera, if you go to edx.edu, and then MIT has got tons of courses published there. Okay, so it's not even a poor guy who has access to all this media and internet, right? It's a huge potential. So I like about is the level playing field. Okay, so which means you don't have to go to a top institute to learn, because it's all your initiative what you can do, and this is for undergraduate kind of courses. But if you want to go down a bit, like high school level course, right? If you go to Khan Academy, there's plenty of information. If I have some doubts about, the other day I was thinking, what is the transpose of a matrix or inverse of a matrix? I forgot what, and then I went to Khan Academy and explained clearly what all that stuff, which we studied when we were kids. But there's a wealth of information, guys. It's it's tragic if you don't get used to it.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good then.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Prashant. So I think it's already we exceeded session time. So if anybody has question, please ask. Otherwise, what we will do, I think once in 2 months probably, or 3 months, we should have this kind of session so that we can discuss about changes in the technology and what is in good demand, what is moving up, what is moving down.
Hello, sir. This Kapil
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
Yes.
Sir, I have one quick question for you. Sir, like I'm very much interested into data visualization. So, how do you rank Tableau, QuickView, and Spotfire and
Tableau and
MicroStrategy?
Spotfire.
Yeah, sir. Like,
See,
what should I?
yeah, I think Spotfire is IBM too, right?
Yes.
So that is IBM product, but in market, Tableau has got more demand. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we are seeing demand-wise. Tableau has got better demand, and as part fire resources are also less. So it's not like that. If you get training, you will not get job. You will get job still because not many people going for that route. And Smart Fire is being used more in healthcare side.
So Tableau would be good to like
Yeah,
if
that's
I want.
what I would recommend. Tableau is better. Number of jobs perspective, Tableau is better.
Okay.
So there are some courses that talk about commercial products like Tableau, right? So unfortunately, if you want to get training on Tableau, you cannot. Coursera is not going to do that because it's a commercial product, right?
Right.
So okay. So there's another company called Udemy. Actually, I posted the link on our conversation chat. Okay.
Right.
Now, if you click on that, this Udemy is like a company that actually sells you and some courses. Okay. So normally they cost like $30, $25, something like that. Now, if you're really serious, what you should do is keep a watch on that, and on some particular days they give you a heavy discount, 50% off, and 50% off. Just sign up. I mean, it's like for $20 you can learn some stuff, and I mean, come on, a movie could cost $20, right? India people spend $20 when they have a family dinner or lunch. So
Right.
yeah, so I posted the link for you guys on the.
That's very good link. Okay, so that's it. So thank you so much everybody for joining. Heartily appreciate, and we will keep doing it once in 3 months probably. I think that should be good. All right. Thank you all. Thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.